I'll try not to cuss so YouTube won't demonetize my channel, but just in case it slips up, that's what the warning is for. On with the video review. Um, this video review was a long time coming. I mean, I've been procrastinating and making excuses about doing this video because I had a lot going on with my personal life, but I'm here now at a time in which Halloween is about to hit us next week to let people know that this right here, this game, Until Dawn, is a great game. Not perfect, great. I very, very highly recommend people playing this game around the holidays, around the Halloween holidays, because it's worth the money you spend on it. Now, personally, I bought this game I bought it on sale in the PSN store because the game itself was on sale last year around the holiday season and Christmas for like $10. But with the PSN discount, it was $5. Now, I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. Forgive me with that yawn. Anyway, if I could spend $20 in that game, I would. Let's put it like that. It's worth $20. But I got it for $5, so that's kind of like a $15 off difference. So it was like a win-win. I played a great game, and I got it for practically chicken sandwich money or something. Anyway, onward to the game. Until Dawn. It's a survival horror game similar to that of like Resident Evil. Think of it as like a cross between Resident Evil and what other game I can think of. Like Resident Evil was slight bit of Silent Hill and Dead Space, but with some, what's that game called? It's like a cross between Resident Evil. Oh, I know a good one. It's like a cross between Resident Evil, Heavy Rain, with a small amount of God of War as far as the quick time events in the mix. Now, as far as how this game is, it's a decent game. I'm not gonna say it's great, but I'm not gonna say it's bad either. If I could recommend this game, I would recommend you buying this game for the holiday season. But the problem with this game, I say, it has to be the fact is it's one of those games you only can play one good time and that's it, unless you're trying to get the whole ending. But it's like this is one of those games you have to play in moderation. You can't play it all the time. If you play it all the time, the game gets really boring and loses its mojo. So, like I said, just play the game maybe once every 6 months and it'll make you enjoy it a lot better. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it's just that it's a game that has a good amount of limitations, being the kind of game that it is, which is more like survival horror / storytelling. Like I said, the game is up there in the same category as games like Heavy Rain, Indigo Prophecy. It's up there in those type of games, So it's not like that. It has like action adventure style gameplay like Resident Evil or a super creepy atmosphere like Silent Hill, in which you had to actually sit back and be a true gamer and play those games. Until Dawn is one of those games you could just pick up, play, and play with your heart content, because even novices, people that don't even play video games, can pick up and play this game. It's just that damn easy. That's why I recommend that, fellas, if you decide to get this game, let your girl play it. Let your girl play it, your baby mama, your wife, your sister, whoever female relative that you have or male relative, let them play it. Watch them play it. Watch their reactions. And it'd be the greatest thing you ever see, because the jump scares of this game is on point, the decision making, because this game is beautiful for the simple fact that you get to choose who lives and who dies. Like, one mistake could make your character die, one good fortune can have your character live a little longer, or if you beat the game, if your characters live, you might actually get a good feeling. You might get them all to live, might get them all to die, might get half of them to live, might get half of them to die. But either way, you have that option to do that, and that's what makes this game uniquely great. Now, my only flaw about the game is the fact of the matter is that it's very short. It's very short. You could beat this game in like 5 hours at best. That's one. My second flaw about this game is the fact is that they could be more creative as far as the peril. Like as far as like the situations the person's about to die or whatever, they could make it a lot more dynamic. But the ones that they do have is pretty dynamic, but they could go a little higher with that. Hopefully they might do that with part 2 and go over the edge with it. Now though, this one right here is the last and most important thing I hate about the game. The essentials. Now once you play through the game, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There are I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but let's just say there are 3 essential characters in the game. I don't have to make you. You can guess it for yourself. That it's gonna have special Batman, Bruce Wayne, Warner Bros. Favoritism treatment to the game, meaning that they probably would make it all the way to the very end of the game and only die if you choose to allow them to die or not. Unlike everybody else in the game who actually can die any given time or moment or something stupid and ridiculous. These 3 essential characters are part of the story and has to progress further in order the story to be, to take place. And that's the only major thing I hate about that, because because you have to focus on keeping the essentials alive, it makes the game story really flat in some ways. Now, some people said they didn't like the story as far as the fact is that it shifted from one antagonist to another, but to me, that's what makes the story interesting. I love that switch. But the point is, it went from like straight slasher to science fiction horror type thingy. Science fiction and supernatural horror. But I love it. I love how he did that. It's wonderful. Now, hopefully they might fix this issue in part 2, keep some of the good stuff in, but extended it and make it better, and make sure that they have the essentials can be easily disposed of, like in the beginning of the game, and not just have them make it to the very end and they survive. That was very annoying. Now, the beauty about the game is the fact that they got a good amount of celebrities in the game. Now, keep in mind that some of these people weren't celebrities until when this game was made, but now they got a little bit of celebrity status, such as Hayden Panettiere, which everybody know who she from. She was in Heroes, Nashville. She had her own starring movie, I Love You, Beth Cooper. She plays Sam in the game. Then you have the Golden Globe winner Rami Malek, who played in Night in the Museum movies, as well as played his own show called Mr. Robot, in which he did win his Golden Globe in it. Then you have Brandon Dalton. Now, by the way, before I go to Brandon Dalton, Rami Malek played Joshua Washington in the game. Then you have Brandon Dalton, who plays Mike. I don't know Mike's last name. And Brandon Dalton played in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I can't think of no other show or movie, but he did play Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's the only thing I can come up with. Other actors like what's her name? Nicole Bloom, who plays Emily. Nicole Bloom played in one of the seasons of Shameless, but she also have a regular role in the TV show called Superstore. Let me see. Galadriel Steinman, she plays Ashley. She was her role. I think would be she was in that Ben 10 movie, the live action one called Alien Swarm, and she was in like a couple episodes of Shameless. Also, I can't think of anything else she was in. Um, Megan Martin. She plays Jessica, and she was in a few Disney projects. I forgot what movies they are, and personally don't care. No offense to her, it's just that I'm not a big fan of Disney work, unless it's those Disney animated shows, because I grew up watching them, so they hold a dear special spot in my heart. Let me see. Then there's let's see, Jordan Fisher. I think it's his name. He plays Matt or Matthew, and he's the only thing I can think of Jordan Fisher was on was again a few Disney projects, but most recently he's on Dancing with the Stars this year. So now, I think the last one, if my memory's correct, will have to be Chris, played by Noah Fleiss. A lot of people don't know, but he's related to Heidi Fleiss, the person that did all that prostitution, pimping type thing she did back in the '90s. Yeah, that's one of his distant relatives, but he probably don't want to talk about that, and I don't blame him. Anyway, he plays Chris on the show, in the game I meant. Now, all these the last person that came up in my mind is the girl named Ella Leonti. She plays both Hannah and Beth, dual role. The thing is that I don't know anything she played in, so that's why I brought her up last. Now, the plot of the game is the fact is that they all, after the death of Hannah and Beth, which is a slight spoiler and is the only spoiler I will actually pull out in the game for this game. After those two pass away, the other 8 college kids, as you want to call them, because they grown as adults, but they want to be considered college kids, or whatever. They went to a cabin up, Josh's cabin up there, to kind of like have some form of closure from what happened to Hannah and Beth. Now, it gets a little twisted as far as the story and the plot, so I'm not going to spoil it any further. Only thing I can just tell you right now is that it's a wonderful game. Great to play around the holidays, like Halloween holidays or in spooky events or whatever. But this is a good game. I recommend it. Even with the flaws, I recommend it. Hopefully, if they already start bringing a sequel out to it, I hope they fix all the issues that the first game has. Now, I have looked at a few sites and such in which they a lot of reviewers said that this game could have been better, this and that. I partially agree with them. And the reason I say I partially agree with them because the game could have been better from a different perspective, which is their perspective. My perspective is just simplistic. Like I said, it's just those 3 flaws. Theirs is more based on, the storyline, which the storyline to me is perfectly fine. It's A-OK. I love it. Their storyline is the fact is they want the game to be more like Scream, but instead we get Scream and let me see, and what's that game called? What's that movie called? Like, supernatural horror movies like The Conjuring or Mama or whatever. We get those on the second chapter. But my point is that I like how he switched from one antagonist to another. A lot of people didn't like that, and to me, it add more spice to the daggone game. Now, as far as let's see, what are criticism and critics said about the game? Other than that one, really, some other people complain how short it was, which I agree on that one. The game was pretty short. And other people complain about how corny it was because it's B movie cheesy storyline / dialogue. But keep in mind, that's what people like. That's what people like me grew up to. Watching these crappy, as I don't know what, B movie horror movies in which the writing is so bad it's laughable, but in the same time enjoyable enough to just sit back, chill, watch the movie, eat some popcorn while watching it. It's it didn't have much thought into it. It's just something to entertain, and that's how Until Dawn is. I mean, if you're looking for Oscar material type of game, go play Silent Hill, or something that actually has some serious fear to it. But Until Dawn was more meant for like the people who into jump scares and looking for their realism in video games. Looking for video games more like a movie than a video game, or a movie with video game elements to it. And that's what Until Dawn is. I know a lot of hardcore people won't really like the game, but the game is pretty decent in its own right. Don't knock it till you try it. Just have fun with it. I mean, what you got to lose? The only thing I could just suggest to you as far as playing the game is that you do not play it a lot. Just moderate with it. If you play it every single time and beat it every single time and just breeze through the whole game and get all the people and whatever, you lose interest in the game. Trust me, I should know. Sony have pretty much made to the point that you have to beat the game with everybody if you try and get the platinum trophy, which I did it, and unfortunately it made me lost interest in the game. But now that I'm talking about it and kind of renew my interest in playing the game, I'm going to play this game after I finish making this video and beat it again. And then hopefully I might get somebody else to play it so I can see them play it and get their reaction, because that's the most important thing in the world, to watch someone play this game and see their reaction to it, see how shocked and surprised that they did, and to also gloat in the fact that this person live or die because you didn't help them out. And it's very important and fun to watch. Trust me, if you could just give it one try and you will not be disappointed. Anyway, I'm rambling too hard. I recommend this game. Now, as far as me giving a review, I would give this game a 3.5. And the reason why I give it 3.5 is because of the flaws I mentioned much earlier in this video. Those flaws can be improved on, can be fixed. Fix those flaws, and this game gets a 5+. But in the meantime, those flaws is kind of what makes the game, a bit bothersome. But it's still worth paying money for. It's still worth buying. It's still worth having some kind of entertaining, fun playing this game. Now, I know my video about to show it, but I'm going to say as early as possible. If you love and agree with me as far as this game, or if you just like how got that little swag or whatever, leave your comments below if you want to talk more about the game and special reviews about it, whether how you like it, don't like it, as far as what you do you disagree with me or not. Just put your comments below down in this video. Like my video if you could, or dislike it. It makes no difference. Definitely subscribe to my channel, because YouTube is on some silly dilly stuff as far as monetization. That's the reason why I barely, if not, try not to cuss in this video, because I don't want this video demonetized. And once again, thank you for watching. And one more thing, once I get my PayPal up, hopefully, I want people to make us some donations if you can. Any donation can help. It just, to me, giving donations prove to YouTube that you can't fully censor people and knock out their artistic dreams and talents. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. I'm going to continue to make more videos, even though they may not be monetized. The fact is that I'm looking to do these videos for you, for everyone else who may actually have the same level of opinions that I have. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully you watch the rest of my videos.